Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 10th of August 2025. Beautiful morning here. Beautiful Sunday morning here in North Las Vegas. Hope wherever you guys are it's equally as nice. Excuse me. It's currently 95 degrees. We're going to get up to 108 or 9 today, so not the right time to be here in Vegas unless you're just going to stay in the hotels. Anyway, this week's kind of a sad situation. Sad. I say that because I absolutely have nothing new from last week. Last week was a terrible, terrible new movie week for me. I couldn't find anything to spend my money on, which is pretty amazing. But I did find some stuff to spend my money on here. Yeah, that's right. I went back to Broadacres Marketplace. They're finally back open after all the ice scares and all that stuff. Happily, most of the vendors were there. If you come to Vegas and you want a huge, I mean huge, flea market experience, I highly recommend going to Broadacres. Um, they're open just 3 days, Friday night from 4 to 11, Saturday 6 to 5, Sunday 6 to 5. I got there right at 6 a.m. yesterday and picked up a whole truckload of stuff for very, very inexpensively. So I'm happy. I'm going to share with you the Blu-rays today. I picked up a whole, probably another 20 DVDs for 50 cents a piece. These Blu-rays were mostly, some of these were 50, some were $1. Can't argue with that. The entrance fee at the Broadacres is $2, okay, and it's free parking. So definitely highly recommend them, as they've got lots of movie vendors. They've got lots of whatever you're there for. They've got lots of them. And anyway, it just gets hot, so you got to get there real early, and a lot of people come to shop early. All right, so enough of this. Let's get into what I did pick up. Now, most of these, well, all of these, I don't have one, but they're questionable as to whether they'll stay in my collection. But I wanted to give them a shot. Like I said, they were very inexpensive, so why not? I saw Daryl Hannah was in this one. I've not seen it, and it looks like a cruddy movie, probably. Final Days of Planet Earth. Final Days of Planet Earth is not rated. 170 minutes from 2006. It's a sci-fi mini-series. Apparently, it aired on the Hallmark Channel, so I definitely would not have seen it. I would not have seen it. 2 episodes apparently, but it looks interesting. I'll give it a shot. It may not make the shelf, but hey, you got to give it a shot. Daryl Hannah, Gil Bellows, and Campbell Scott star in this riveting End of Days. I like the End of Days kind of thing. Action thriller about Lloyd Walker, an anti-heroic archaeologist who, after stumbling upon an alien conspiracy, becomes enmeshed in an against all odds battle to save the human race. From the enigmatic Room 86 to the doomed Pericles space mission, Walker puzzles together clues to reveal the dark purpose behind the strange events occurring around San Francisco. Now, the keeper of the dead civilizations must rescue mankind from slavery at the hands of some very big, very terrifying insect aliens. Love it, love it. Charged with intense suspense and electrifying special effects, this is one adrenaline-packed thrill ride. This is an Echo Bridge release, but yeah, I'm going to check it out. We'll give it a one-time watch. I believe this one was 50 cents, so can't go wrong. Next up, Eric Roberts. I saw that name and I thought, I've not seen this movie. So I like Eric Roberts, and I believe his wife's in this too also. Killer Weekend. Oh, by the way, if you've seen any of these movies, feel free to comment on them in the comments section below. Killer Weekend is R-rated, 92 minutes, from 2004. It's a mystery thriller, and it's apparently set in Santa Barbara. A series of murders at a Santa Barbara beach house has three couples terrified for their own safety and pitted against one another. The murderer can only be one of them, and as the body count rises, time to find the killer is fast running out. Just a little quick aside, Santa Barbara, a beautiful place. Anybody that's wants to go on a vacation from anywhere in the country, I can highly recommend Santa Barbara. That's where my wife and I go when we want to get away from the desert. Santa Barbara is that place. In fact, back in late 70s, 79, I saw Bob Marley there, and also I've seen Fleetwood Mac in Santa Barbara. So I have some really good memories, and they've got an ocean. It's beautiful in Santa Barbara. So if you're ever visiting and you want to know, where should we go? Santa Barbara, California. Highly recommend. So, Killer Weekend. Don't know anything about it. Looks interesting. Like I said, I believe Eric Roberts is in there. Love Santa Barbara. So, 2 reasons to watch that. Eric Roberts and Santa Barbara. Next, Down a Dark Hall with Uma Thurman. Of course, Kill Bill. Uma Thurman. PG-13, 96 minutes, from 2018. It's a supernatural horror. Love it. Kit, a difficult young girl, is sent to the mysterious Blackwood boarding school when her heated temper becomes too much for her mother to handle. Once she arrives at Blackwood, Kit encounters eccentric headmistress Madame Duray, played by Uma Thurman, and meets the school's only other students, 4 young women also headed down a troubled path. While exploring the labyrinth corridors of the school, Kit and her classmates discover that Blackwood Manor hides an age-old secret rooted in the paranormal. Lionsgate release, Down a Dark Hall. Let me know. Have you seen it? Is it any good? I'm going to find out. Next up, this one I'm really excited about. It's $1. It's the ultimate tribute to one of horror's most iconic and enduring franchises. That's right. Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th. Yeah, finally found it. I've been looking for this for a while. Finally found it for very, inexpensive. It's not rated. There's 400 minutes worth of documentary on there. This is from 2013. Of course, Jason over the years has been played by Ari Lehman and Kane Hodder. 12 movies in the series, I think. I think I remember. Inspired by the critically acclaimed book Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th, takes viewers behind the mask on an epic journey into the making of the landmark horror franchise. From its humble beginnings in 1980 at a New Jersey summer camp to the blockbuster release of its 2009 reboot, combining hundreds of rare and never-before-seen photographs, film clips, outtakes, archival documents, conceptual art, and behind-the-scenes footage, featuring interviews with more than 150 cast and crew members spanning all 12 films and the TV series, including Sean Cunningham, Corey Feldman, Robert Englund, Alice Cooper, Wes Craven, Ari Lehman, Kane Hodder, Aaron Gray, John Fury, and on and on and on. Lots of folks in here. This is put out by RLJ. So if you're a Friday the 13th fan, you haven't read the book, probably this is the way to go. Can't wait to check this out. Let me know. Are you a fan of Friday the 13th? I love it. I loved it. All right, next up, The Master of Horror is back. The Story of Coffin Joe. This is the third in the trilogy, I do believe, of Embodiment of Evil, put out by Synapse. Embodiment of Evil. I believe Arrow Video has the box set. I believe I have it. I just haven't come on it yet. I have not showed it to you guys yet, I don't think. But this is the third in the series, and it was cheap. So if I do find mine, I'll give this to my relative that loves horror movies as much as I do. So Embodiment of Evil is not rated, 94 minutes from 2008. This is a Brazilian horror. And like I said, the third film in the Coffin Joe trilogy. The second in this was released 40 some years ago. So the sequel, the final sequel, did not take place until 2008. I believe the last one released in 1967. So quite a period of time went past. After serving he was serving a 40-year prison term, Coffin Joe is finally released from the mental health wing of the Sao Paulo State Penitentiary. Back on the streets, the sadistic undertaker is set upon fulfilling the goal which sent him to jail in the first place: find a woman who can give him the perfect child. Accompanied by his faithful servant, the humpbacked Bruno, Coffin Joe leaves behind a trail of horror and is haunted by ghostly visions and the spirits of his past victims. The other movies of the trilogy were At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul and The Night I'll Possess Your Corpse. That was one from 1967. So, yeah, excited to... I've seen the other two. It's been quite a while, but I have. I may watch those and then watch this. We'll see. Let me know if you've seen any of the Coffin Joe trilogy. Next up, this is a 3D, 2D, DVD, a Blu-ray also. Can you trust your childhood memories? Apparently this is a Japanese film, Shock Labyrinth 3D. Shock Labyrinth 3D, not rated, 89 minutes from 2009. This was set and shot in an amusement park. One of my favorite locations for movies, amusement parks. Childhood friends Ken, Mulaki, and Rin, estranged for years but now reunited 10 years later, are joined by the last of their group, Yuki, who has been missing since her disappearance at the House of Horrors a decade earlier. Her sudden reappearance in Rin's living room as a frail, distraught woman has set in motion a string of terrifying events. The group brings Yaki home while a menacing-looking toy rabbit triggers a panic attack in Yuki and she falls down a flight of stairs. Oh. Interesting. Shock Labyrinth 3D. Let me know if you've seen it. Japanese horror, usually pretty darn good. Alright, next up, on the Blu-ray of, let me put this out, Eagle One Media. Insane. Can you see that skull on there? Insane is not rated, 87 minutes from 2010. It's a Swedish horror movie. I know nothing about it. We weren't bored or disappointed with what we got with this movie, says film critic somebody. Insane is a very ambitious slasher horror movie. Good chase scenes, impressive camera work, and graphic violence. Recommended 100%. There is absolutely nothing on the back of that tells me what this is about. Okay, so we're going to go into this one blind. If you've seen Insane, tell me down below what you thought of it. And the final thing I picked up was actually still factory sealed and had one of my favorites on the cover, so I thought I got to pick that up. $1. Robert Englund, called The Last Showing. The Last Showing. Not rated, 85 minutes from 2014. This is British horror drama. Of course, Robert Englund, famous for Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. Movie night turns deadly when a deranged projectionist, played by Robert Englund, from A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, casts one unlucky couple in his twisted film. By luring them through a gauntlet of increasingly deadly traps, the sadistic director is determined to make a movie that's truly to die for. Whomever did the fact-checking or the checking on this back screwed up right here. They misspelled unlucky. That always makes me say, oh. So if they didn't check that, what else? So anyway, The Last Showing, I'm going to check it out. About 50% of the people that watch it like it on IMDb. So I'm going to give it a go. Let me know if you have seen The Last Showing. Alright, that's it. That's everything I picked up yesterday at Broadacres Swap Meet. I'm glad they're back, and I told them so. I told them, so glad you're back, and I hope everything stays good for them. So today, we're going to do a giveaway. That's right, we're going to do a giveaway. This is going to be Digital Code Week. Digital Code Week. So we have a digital code for Willow. We have one for The Shining. The Shining. These are all 4K codes. Speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy, we have a Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's on 4K. We have Get Out and Us. That's a twofer. 2 for 1. The Ring and Halloween Trilogy. All 3 movies. Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So, if you're interested in winning one of those or 2 of those codes, I'm going to give 2 of those away because they're about to expire. I've got a bunch more here also. They're about to expire, so need to be getting these digital codes out. So if you live in the United States and you're a subscriber, then you're eligible. If you use the code word in the comments section, SWAP, SWAP, for Swap Meet. It's back, yay! So just use the code word SWAP in the comment section below, and you'll be eligible. Next Saturday or Sunday, I'll use the YouTube comment picker to choose the winner. And I'll, of course, get that out immediately. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. That's right. Like, subscribe. There are advantages. You could win stuff. And hit that notification bell so that you know when I put up another video, which hopefully will be tomorrow with Mystery Pack Monday. I'm going to get my wife to load up my box. So anyway, that's it from North Las Vegas. You guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep that positive attitude about you, and until the next time, peace.